Looking at you, my brother, and I say this affectionately, you might be one of the dumbest folks on the planet Earth.
Imagine being a 57-year-old retired NFL superstar worth millions of dollars, has 2 daughters and a son, works for ESPN, and you throw away your whole reputation because you wanted to go mess around with an OF model that is 30 years younger than you, bro.
Trickling out.
Do I believe that Shannon Sharpe is guilty of what he has been accused of? Absolutely not. That is my personal opinion. The brother that I've come to know, I don't believe would assault or rape anybody. And I'm going to state that emphatically. But just as emphatically, I'm going to remind everybody it is my opinion because of what I feel about him. Not in any way implying that I know a damn...
Anyone following Shannon's downfall knows he went from being that UNC legend to one of the internet's biggest punchlines. It all came from messy lawsuits. After settling with model Gabrielle Zuniga, reports said Shannon was left broke and drowning in debt. Stephen A. Smith caught that immediately and spent 20 minutes on air tearing him apart. He tried to sprinkle in some "I got his back" energy, but fans saw through it. The smirk never left his face. From that clip, it almost felt like Stephen A. was low-key celebrating Shannon's downfall.
ESPN and Disney have a wait-and-see attitude when it comes to whatever evidence they may learn about this entire situation involving Shannon Sharpe from a legal and from a civil perspective. What they didn't need as it pertains to those two things that I just mentioned, they didn't need any definitive evidence at this particular moment in time about all of that stuff. Once all the things Shannon Sharpe's lawyer put out there, it was uncomfortable to listen to, and it was not something that Walt Disney once associated with its brand. So to have him on the airwaves while all of that stuff was put out there was not something that Disney was going to take. That is what I mean when I say I'm not surprised.
But the twist is just months earlier, Shannon never saw this coming. His Club Shay Shay interview with Cat Williams blew up on YouTube and put the podcast at the top of the charts. In April 2025, reports said Shannon was about to lock in a $100 million podcast deal. With ESPN money and side hustles flowing, he was sitting on the throne of sports media. Then Gabrielle Zuniga's lawsuit hit like a wrecking ball. Word was Stephen A. knew about it before it went public. So when he threw shade on air, it wasn't just for laughs, he was speaking from inside knowledge. And when Gabby demanded $50 million, Shannon laughed it off as a money shakedown, even threatening to sue her and attorney Tony Busby. He looked bold, until the story flipped.
Family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. And you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what.
That's when leaked audio between Shannon and Gabrielle hit the internet, making everything darker. The clips exploded online. In one, Shannon's threats sounded straight up dangerous. In the other, Gabby's tone shifted, full of fear, like she truly believed he might hurt her.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public.
When those recordings trended, Stephen A. Smith jumped in. Everyone assumed, given their history and friendship, that Stephen would ride for Shannon or at least stay neutral until the court ruled. But no, Stephen shocked the internet by going live and saying outright Shannon might not be as innocent as people wanted to believe.
Important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from a knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the things that have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes to TMZ and everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet.
And Stephen didn't stop there. He called Shannon out for reckless behavior that could destroy anyone's career. Then came the sting. He bragged you'd never catch him in the silly games Shannon was known for. He didn't drop names, but fans instantly linked it to Shannon's flings with much younger white women. Then came the bombshell, reports that Shannon quietly settled with Gabby out of court, after swearing for months he wouldn't pay a dime. Official numbers never surfaced, but insiders said it was close to that $50 million demand. Legal fees made it worse. Afterward, Gabby suddenly retired from AF and went silent on the case. Fans side-eyed the timing, wondering if she just chased a payday. But things got uglier. Shannon's ex Michelle Evans resurfaced, suing him for defamation and demanding $16 million, with whispers she's holding receipts that could end him for good. Fans started labeling Shannon creepy, old clips resurfaced, and Monique's warning to him about chasing young women went viral. Cat Williams' blunt warning, that fame and money wouldn't save him, also resurfaced as the ultimate
call black women gold diggers. He told his own children, that he should be the last option that they are able to call whenever they need help. He didn't even want to pay for his own, I believe it was his daughter's wedding. He was a willing participant. He was a willing participant in every single thing that he did, and I don't feel sorry for him. The universe sent him signs. Cat Williams tried to warn him. He said it takes 2 weekends. Monique tried to warn him that him now, at the age of 57, shouldn't be messing with a girl that is, 36 years younger than him? And he didn't listen. And he kept it going. And now he has lost his entire football career, basically because him and that girl had to settle for $23 million. His whole football career, he only made 22. So she got his entire Hall of Fame football career within, plus $1 million, within just a few short months.
Just when it seemed maxed out, Shannon got served a pink slip from ESPN. His first take job was his biggest paycheck, but after the settlement, execs quietly cut ties. No press release, no farewell, just a cold email. It crushed Shannon, wiping out his credibility in sports media. Financially, things spiraled further, bank accounts in the red, podcast numbers down, sponsors gone, merch delayed. Rumors say he's even selling off real estate, including his Atlanta property. Then came the final cut. Stephen A. unfollowed him on Instagram. Fans lost it. This wasn't just Shannon's problem anymore. Club Shay Shay's YouTube numbers have tanked since the Cat Williams high, with every guest compared to that peak. One comment summed it up: this might be the biggest fumble in sports media history. Shannon finally broke his silence in a nightcap video, but instead of taking accountability, his tone dodged blame. Comments flooded in: look in the mirror, Shannon. Own your actions. And that's the cold truth. Stephen A. didn't even need to bury him.